Labis na ikinagulat ni Congressman Mujib Hataman ng Lone District ng Basilan ang tila pag-amin ng opisyal ng COA o Commission on Audit na hindi anya subject for liquidation ang 6 billion pesos na pondo ng BARM o Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Tila pinagtanggol naman ng mambabatas si Vice President Sara Duterte laban sa kanyang mga kasamahan sa Kongreso dahil pinag-iinitan nito ang pangalawang Pangulo sa 125 million pesos confidential funds. Subalit, tikom ang bibig sa bilyon-bilyong maanumalyang pondo sa iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno at maging sa mga confidential funds na mga opisyalis ng pamahalaan. Nakakagalit nga ang Kongreso sa ginawa nitong hakbang laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte para lamang masiguro na hindi ito makatakbo sa 2028 national elections dahil paniguradong himas rehas ang mga buhaya kung magkataon. Komento pa nga ng ilang dismayadong netizens, wala palang audit kapag ganyan kasi gusto yata malayang makapaglabas ang iba kahit gaano pa kalaki. Pero kapag 100 million may audit, tapos di pa tapos ang audit, impeach agad. Wow, sana all. 6 billion hindi na kailangang i-liquidate pero sa 125 million ang ingay ng mga congressman dahil kailangan daw mayroong transparency dahil pera ng taong bayan. Double standard. Bakit may exception sa auditing sa pera ng bayan? Napakalaki niyan. Kaysa kay VP Sara, atat na atat kayong ipaabot pa niyo for impeachment. Kayo pala ang kawatan sa pera ng taong bayan. Kawawa tayong mga taxpayers ng Pilipinas. No wonder why instant yaman ang ibang kawatan ng mga politiko. Bakit tahimik dyan? Bata ni Tambaluslos.
Release ka ng release, hindi pa nga na-liquidate yung una, tapos mag-release ka naman. Hindi mo to small amount ha. Kasi mainit nga tayo doon kay Sara Duterte na 125, ito 6 billion to eh.
Mr. Chair, following the guideline issued by the Minister of Finance, Budget and Management, the fund releases are not subject to liquidations.
Are not
So based
subject
on
to liquidation?
Bangsamoro Budget Circular number 2024-010,
Hindi subject sa liquidation.
wala pong nakalagay dito that they are
Wala, ma'am, pakiulit ma'am, medyo hindi maganda ang pangdinig ng chairman pati ni Congressman Akop.
The first release for Basilan was on August 15.
August 15, magkano
Sir,
nga
the
ma'am?
amount is 599 million.
599 million?
Wait lang. 599,270,450.
Tapos ang second ho, anong month? Malaking pera, masaya ang mga kababayan ko sa Basilan, daming pera.
The next releases were made on sometime in December 2024, but the releases were made to various municipalities in Basilan.
Hindi, kasama yung various municipality was December. Pero
December,
siyempre,
sir.
kung 1 billion yung sa probinsya, meron pang mga more than 400 million. Anong date din yun na-release?
Can we answer, sir?
Yung sa province of Basilan po, two trans ang releases dyan. First is August 15, which is 599,270,415, and the second release was made on November 18, 2024, and the amount is 401,240,000 po.
400M, okay. Yung sa Lanao, sa Maguindanao del Norte, doon muna ako sa probinsya, yung 1 billion, ano yung first release nila? Pero sir, halimbawa kayo sa ko, ay hindi, sige lang, Maguindanao del Norte, magkano?
Dalawang tranches
Okay.
gawa.
First tranche.
First is on October 30, 2024.
October 30?
Yes po.
Magkano ho?
676 million. And on November 18, 2024, 324
24M. So,
million.
equivalent is sa 1B. Tapos yung tawi-tawi po.
Tawi-tawi ganun po, dalawang beses. Tigpa 500 po.
Ating pa 500 million. Anong
Million
month
po.
yung first 500?
First 500 was released August 15, 2024. Second release was made November 18, 2024.
So, 500, yeah. 500 alos pareho, sir. Sir, halimbawa, kayo sa COA ba, pag ganito, alam ko meron naman talaga kayong mga internal rules sa COA. Ako, nung regional governor ako, naalala ko, eto, mga mayor na yan, eto, sila Gob Bombit, nakikipagmuwa yan sa akin. Either ang memorandum of agreement namin, merong laman, ha, sabi ng COA, either 15% mauna, tapos ang sunod is 40, then may matitira, tapos 30, depende sa liquidation. Pero itong mga releases ho to, itong halimbawa, August 15, nag-release kayo ng 500 million. Bago ba ni-release yung another 500 million, meron ng liquidation na submit sa COA? Siyempre, government fund to, magtataka ka. Release ka ng release, hindi pa nga na-liquidate yung una, tapos mag-release ka naman. Hindi mo to small amount, ha? Kasi mainit nga tayo doon kay Sara Duterte na 125, ito 6 billion to eh.
Mr. Chair, following the guideline issued by the Minister of Finance, Budget and Management, the fund releases are not subject to liquidations.
Are not
So based
subject to
on
liquidation?
Bangsamoro Budget Circular number 2024-010,
Hindi subject sa liquidation.
wala pong nakalagay dito that they are
Wala, ma'am, pakiulit ma'am, medyo hindi maganda ang pangdinig ng chairman pati ni Congressman Acop. Anong sinasabi ng circular at guidelines ng Ministry of Finance and Budget? Hindi subject for liquidation?
Kasi sir, the moment sir na fund transfer po siya sa various local government units.
Yes.
Ang titingin po noon kung yung implementation po ba noon at saka yung actual utilization po ng mga fund release sa mga local government units will be audited by the auditors of the local government units. And based on the guideline issued by the Ministry of Finance, mayroon po ditong monitoring mechanism which is under po siya sa Ministry of
Hindi, ma'am.
Interior and Local
Pero
Government.
ma'am, hindi tama sabihin natin na hindi subject for liquidation ninyo. Pero remember, the same pa rin, Commission on Audit yung na-assign doon. Kaya babalikan ko ma'am, yung tanong ko kanina, February 13 sumulat si Minister Pacasem. In fact, ang address niya sa COA, nagtataka nga ako bakit COA. Baka ang iniisip nito, baka singilin nyo rin yung mga residents COA nyo para mag-submit ng liquidation sa inyo. Yun yung effect yung understanding ko. Pero, ang point ko doon, meron kayong residents COA. Kaya tinatanong ko, paano mangyari yon? Hindi pa na-liquidate yung unang releases, pero meron na namang next releases. Di ba dapat kayo sa COA mismo, magtataka kayo at magtatanong kaugnay nito? Kasi hindi nga maliit na bagay eh. Hindi sa parang 1 milyon, 2 milyon. Ang usapin dito is 500 million to 1 billion.
Mr. Chair, let me just clarify, no, the word liquidation is not used in the guideline. But actually, the requesting local government unit should submit a report on fund utilization for any previous releases funded by the national government following the template prescribed in the guideline. That is including their SBR letter of intent to be submitted to the Office of the Chief Minister for approval.
Pero ma'am,
But there is no mention, sir, of word liquidation kasi the word liquidation usually, sir, is used for advances. So, baka lang po kasi
Ma'am,
magkaroon ng misnomer.
Ma'am, ikaw kasi ang nagsabi nun eh,
Yes,
di ba?
sir. Stand corrected,
Kaya
sir. So,
binalik ko lang yun dahil ikaw ang nagsabi. Kaya, pero, the same, ulitin ko, si COA merong guidelines, may residence COA kayo, every unit ng government, local government yan, or agencies, meron tayong mga assigned na COA. Pero, halimbawa ma'am, matanong ko, anong basis na ninyo, halimbawa, na-release ang pondo, ano yung basis nyo for auditing? Kung wala namang MOA, wala namang guidelines, di ba, wala namang proposal, ano yung basis natin for liquidation? Anong basis natin for auditing?
again, sir, no, in speaking as the auditor of the Ministry of Finance, Budget and Management, my audit jurisdiction only covers the releases of the funds. Again, no. So, insofar as I am concerned as the team leader, audit team leader for Ministry of Finance, I rely on the Bangsamoro Budget Circular date number 2024-010 as to the documentary requirement and as to the procedure that must be followed. Now, when the funds are already downloaded to the local government, on how it is utilized po, that is already beyond my audit jurisdiction.
Ako Mujib, President ko Mujib.
Okay.
Attorney, you mentioned about the memorandum circular from the Minister
Of the Ministry of Finance, Budget and Management.
Minister of Finance of the BARM. Attorney, kindly submit to this committee since wala dito ang taga-BARM. May kopya ka ba nun ng MC na yon?
Yes, sir. I have. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, second, ma'am, considering that BARM is also considered as LGU, malinaw po dito, ma'am, sa DBM mismo circular. Di ba may mga limitations? Sir, may mga limitations on the use of LGSF, di ba?
Correct po, Mr. Chair.
Pati yung quarterly reporting na
Yes po,
kasi
they are required for quarterly report. the
quarterly
utilization.
reporting. Malinaw po yun, attorney. Now, you mentioned about that you only covered the releases, tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, sino yung in charge dun sa sa audit on the implementation and the use of funds?
The concerned resident auditors of the various local government units, Mr. Chair.
Doon na sa baba.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, nagsasabit ng report sa inyo. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
No?
It's included in their reports, in their separate annual audit reports. They have their own annual audit
Kasi
reports.
ganito lang po, attorney. Matanong lang po kita. So, yung office mo is not conducting special audit or fraud audit?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
So, sino po?
For the regional officer,
For the regional office
For
nila?
the regional offices, sir, we have a separate division. We have the fraud audit division who will conduct the fraud audit or special audit in case po na magkaroon po ng instruction to conduct the same.
Sino yung in charge doon sa fraud audit?
Sir, ang authority lang po ng fraud audit ng regional office is 50 million below.
Tama.
Opo.
Alam ko po yun.
Opo.
Now, pero sino po ang in charge doon? Sino ang in charge?
Si Attorney Abdul Jalil Iskander po.
Comsec, please invite to mention the fraud audit team leader in the BARM para po patawag natin next hearing. Now, Attorney, sir, matanong ko lang kayo, based now on, ito opinion na lang, whether you can give an opinion on that, based now on the report, initial investigation, does this warrant a special audit or a fraud audit?
Ay, sige, mag-verify ko. Ito lang. Ilang saan?
Attorney,
Yes, Mr. Chair. Usually, sir, I am I'm not the one in charge in the fraud audit division, no. But as far as I know, sir, whenever there is a request for fraud audit, it has to be evaluated first if it is by the central office, and then later on they will issue the office order to conduct the fraud audit
I
or the
understand.
special audit.
Pero ang kinukuha ko lang po yung opinion nyo, does this, based on the initial investigation made by this committee, is it does warrant or not?
Again, sir, I am not in position to comment because I don't, as far as I'm concerned as the auditor of the MFBM, the documents submitted to me is not yet, all the documents submitted to me is not yet sufficient for me to conclude the same, sir.
Sir, ikaw, sir.
Ganun din po ang stand ko. I'm not in the position to comment on whose audit jurisdiction has, considering the amount involved. Probably the honorable body can make an inquiry to the higher ups. For us, we cannot, and we are not in authority to, or we are not competent to comment on that particular question po.
Okay, thank you po. Anyway, Mr. Mayako, please.
Clarification lang po. With the indulgence of the Honorable Mujib Hataman, who has the floor. May I?
Please proceed po.
Madam, did I hear you right? Na yung ini-implement lang po ninyo is you see to it that Circular 202-4010 is implemented by the Bangsamoro government?
Yes, Mr. Chair, insofar as the releases is concerned
No.
of the LGSF, because the utilization of the LGSF by the concerned local government units is within the audit jurisdiction of the concerned auditors.
Thank you. May I ask, if you have already verified whether the LGUs concerned complied with the posting requirements prescribed under Republic Act 9184 as embodied in the circular?
Are you referring to the procurement law, sir?
No, 9184 is the procurement law. But it is required by the circular that you mentioned, 202-4010, that there are supposed to be reports to be submitted by the LGUs concerned. Have you monitored this? Kasi ikaw nag-mention ng circular na ito eh. And I have a copy of that.
Based on item number 410, sir, the monitoring of the implementation and utilization of the LGSF falls on the Ministry of Interior and Local Government, which is another ministry, and they have a separate resident auditors po.
I thought you answered a while ago na kayo po ang tumitingin kung nakukomply itong circular na ito.
As to the releases, Mr. Chair.
I beg your pardon?
As to the releases lang po, Mr. Chair.
Sa releases. So, when the audit report is made, hindi po kayong gumagawa.
Audit report for the Ministry of Finance, sir. Ako po yung gagawa, sir.
Oh, hindi dapat kasama ito sa report mo, di po ba? Whether they have complied with the requirements of 9184. Kasi embodied sa circular 2 eh. You have to see to it whether the provisions of the circular are followed by the Bangsamoro government. Kasi ikaw nagpapanggit lahat dito, nakikinig lang
Yes,
po
sir.
ako kanina eh.
Mr. Chair, although the circular was issued by the Ministry of Finance, but it covers other ministries within the BARB. So like for instance, sir, the audit of the implementation and utilization, covered po yan ng mga auditors ng local government units. Yun naman po sa monitoring kung na-implement ba or na-utilize ba siya in accordance with the guideline, it falls within the jurisdiction naman po kung sino po yung concerned auditor po namin sa Ministry of Interior and Local Government. So insofar as I am concerned po, releases of funds lang po yung aking audit jurisdiction. Insofar as the circular is concerned.
So you do not monitor whether the provisions of the circular are followed by the local government unit.
No, sir. The guideline is merely used as my basis in the audit of the releases, but I am not tasked to monitor all of the provisions of the circular are complied by the Ministry of Finance. Because again, sir, I would like to emphasize that the LGSF, for the releases and the utilization and implementation of the LGSF funds is multi-agencies po yan, no? Hindi lang po Ministry of Finance ang covered.
Now, to whom does the local or do the local auditing teams report? Sa iyo. Yung local government yun, for example, yung municipal, Cotabato, saan siya nagsasubmit ng report niya? Sa inyo?
No, hindi po, sir. The annual audit report of the various auditors of the local government units is addressed to the local chief executive po.
Mr. Chair, siguro yung auditor na nag-o-audit talaga ang dapat imbitahin natin.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Chairman Ako.
Yeah.
On the point of Chairman Akop, Mr. Chair, I move that we invite the resident auditors of the different municipalities and provinces that have been downloaded with funds from for the LGSF, Mr. Chair. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to invite all the residents, auditor of all the AGUs being downloaded by the LGSF fund coming from the bottom. Duly seconded. Any objections? The choice is none. The motion is carried. COMSEC is directed to prepare an investigation for all those resident auditor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I ask,
Please proceed, Chairman Ako.
Madam Auditor, hindi naman kayo concerned siguro dito dahil sa mga sagot po ninyo. Pero may alam na po ba kayo na nag-submit ng AOM yung mga resident auditors ng mga LCEs?
Mr. Chair, I cannot comment on that because I don't have personal knowledge as of now.
Okay. Kasi naawa ko dun sa mga kwan sa mga local government units na tumanggap. Kung totoo yung sinasabi na ibinalik, kagaya ng sinabi ni Attorney Torena kanina, na ibinalik yung ibang amount, ay kawawa sila. You know why? Kasi if you look at the circular na binabanggit po ninyo, Madam, kanina, under section 8.0, yung responsibility and accountability, the responsibility and accountability in the implementation of programs and projects and proper utilization and disbursement of the LGSF shall rest upon the LCE.
wawa sila.
Oo. Kaya kawawa yung mga local chief executive na tumanggap nito at hindi nila maisagawa yung project mismo. Kung totoo yung mga reports na naibabalik yung portion o malaking portion ng mga natanggap nila na LGSF.